warm welcome to each one of you and special welcome to our guest, Mr. Sagar Makwana today and our panel discussion leader, Miss Priya Sandeep. So yes, everybody knows that last week, last Wednesday of every month, we have an author, right? And we get to know about the inspiration, why the person has written that book, and we get to know the gist of the book in just 30 to 35 minutes, right? And that is where we are going to learn something new today from Mr. Makwana. And the topic, the book itself is very unique. That is called Be You, and that is now, okay? And you are doing one of the toughest jobs, sir. I mean, that's what I can say. You're talking as an introspect expert, right? Nobody wants to introspect within. They want to introspect others, right? So yes, we all are going to learn today how to do introspection for the self. And yes, you might have really a lot of thoughts before writing this book, right? And for sure, we are going to get the insights from you. So before we move forward, I would like to formally welcome everyone through a mode of a welcome video, and then we move forward. So just allow me a minute and I would formally welcome each one of you, and then we move forward, right? So thank you so much. Just allow me a minute and then we move forward. Welcome, Mr. Sagar and Priya Sandeep to LC Connect 0214. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me here today, Pankaj.
Great, great. And Priya, you now the forum is for open to you, and you can take up the panel discussion with our guest, Mr. Sagar.
Thank you very much, Pankaj. It's indeed a proud and happy and mixed emotional moment today for me because after all these introductions you've given, many of you may not know, even I have been a student of Sagar at the IITD. He is
Oh,
a
great.
faculty there, so I am one of the persons for what you have given in that intro video who have got inspired by him. So I'm so
Excellent,
happy
excellent.
to
Great, great.
happy to take up this panel discussion. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Welcome, Sagar.
Thank you
See,
so much.
that's where they say you never know, okay, where things would be. So, yes, we should be happy about for what we did right and what we did good, right? So, all those good things, that comes back to us, right? And that's the beauty of this world, actually. And they say that the world is small, and here is the live example, right?
Yes, very much.
So, really happy to see that smile on both of your faces, actually. Good,
Yeah.
good. So, please, over to you. You take it up.
Yeah, thank you, Pankaj. Thank you. So, without any further ado, Sagar, get set, go. Yeah, so let's go to the very first question of the day where you are the expert at. That is the self introspection. That is the main theme for this book, right? So, if you can say, what is self introspection and why do you feel this is important in today's world?
Um, First of all, I want to thank everyone here and Pankaj for giving this opportunity. Priya, it's been a pleasure knowing you for so long, and it's definitely one of the best things that has happened that today we are talking together on my book, which I remember I signed for you at in Chennai. I remember I forgot the name of the bookstore, but then I remember I signed that book for you. You were there for my
Yeah.
book signing as well. And I think it's a very nice, happy coincidence that you are taking this panel discussion. Talking of self introspection itself, Priya, I'm going to, instead of talking about a very book shift definition of self introspection, I want to share a simple analogy. I'm sure all of you must have heard this story about this blind people touching the elephant and telling what it is. All of you remember that story, yes? Yeah. So one blind person is holding the elephant's tusk and saying, "Oh, I think it's a spear." There's a blind person sitting on top of the elephant, thinking that, "Oh, this is the ears. It's like a fan." One blind person touching the side of the elephant, saying, "It's a wall." One more blind person touching the trunk and saying, "Oh, it's a snake." Everyone, Pankaj, is giving a different perspective of what the elephant looks like. Now, my dear friends, imagine that you are that blind person standing at different places, and that elephant is your life. Sometimes we feel that our life is beautiful. Sometimes we feel that life is so tough. Sometimes we feel that it's so difficult to do things in our life. Sometimes we feel it's getting done just like that. And sometimes we don't know what we are actually doing. And sometimes we feel we have enough clarity in our life. All of this has been experienced by all of you. Yes. Alagu, Sefi, all of you must have experienced this, right? That life feels different at different point in times. Life feels that, okay, at this moment I'm feeling something else, tomorrow I'm feeling something else. And that is why sometimes it's so important, Giri, to take a step back, to look at the elephant, to look at what exactly it means, to look at and understand that, hey, life is not just about this one small joy, one small sorrow, one small happiness, one small win, one small loss. It's everything together. And self introspection, Rohan, is just that, to look at your life from a little bit farther perspective, to see what has happened so far, to see where you are, and to see where it can take you further. And just this perspective is the most important thing, because self introspection gives you that insight as to where you were, where you are, and where you want to go. Yes, Priya.
Yeah, and even I have experienced this. Whenever you ask a doubt or question to Sagar, his way of answering, he'll put 10 questions to us, and somehow we'll get the answer from those answers of those 10 questions. He has proved an expert, and I have experienced that expertise of him. Okay, going to the next question. Now, you talk about a lot about assumptions and how because of assumptions we miss out on a lot of things, right? Now, if you can move more on that.
Right. First of all, let me just clarify, what do we understand by the word assumptions? Yes, Aishwarya. A lot of times we believe something to be true. Would you agree with me, Alagu, that we tend to believe something to be true, and we base our decisions, we base our choices based on those assumptions? Yes. And I strongly feel, I have seen this. I've mentored more than 500 people in my life, Alagu, and I've understood this one simple thing, that the biggest barrier that people face is not about a failure. It's not about the circumstance. It's not about the people. It's not about anything else. The biggest barrier that all of us face is that we are not able to take our heads out of those assumptions that we have in our life. In fact, I'm going to do a very quick exercise with all of you right now. All of you just sitting right now. Think about, just very quickly, think about a decision that you have to make in your life at this moment. Again, small, big, doesn't matter. Just think about a decision that you have to make in your life right now. Can you all do that right now? Yeah. If you've thought about the decision, please type D in the chat box in the video. I've thought about a decision that I want to make in my life right now. All of you, take that moment because this is going to be really interesting. Okay. Just type D in the chat box that, okay, I thought about this decision that I want to make in my life right now. Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you, Pankaj. Now, Aishwarya, whatever decision that you had to make in your life, ask yourself this one question: what is stopping you from taking that decision? I can say for everyone, not just for Aishwarya when I say this, but think about what is stopping you from taking that decision. And if you like to share, Aishwarya, please by all means say.
Is a fear of perfection.
Fear of perfection. And what is exactly fear of perfection?
No, whatever the thing I'm starting to do, no, I want to be very perfect. What other people will think. If at all I'm preparing something for my training modules, what other people will think. Oh, that was the fear of perfection.
Right. So let me ask you this one simple question, Aishwarya. Are you perfect?
Might be.
You feel you're perfect?
Yes,
100%
sometimes.
perfect in every space of your life?
No.
So tell me, if you're not perfect and you still exist, Aishwarya, and you still do so many things, I'm sure that you do a lot of things in your life. Yes, Aishwarya.
Yes, of course.
So if you're able to do so many things in your life, yet you accept that you're not perfect, then does perfection really matter? I need an answer.
No.
I love that laugh, but I need an answer. Right. You said
I
no.
was.
Right? So what you said, Sagar, that I want perfect in what I want to do. That itself is an assumption. Because of that assumption, you're not able to take that next step towards doing what you want to do. You agree with me, Aishwarya?
Yes. 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 Yes.
And understand it, it's difficult. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's difficult to drop this assumption. But the moment you drop it, you'll realize it's all about taking action. Now, this is what I talk to Aishwarya, and all of you here sitting over here, think about the same thing. Whatever that you wanted to do, you're stopping yourself because you're thinking that this will not work out, this won't happen because of this won't happen because of this. And all of those are great reasons, excuses that you're giving yourself, Achantika. But ask yourself this one simple question: what if that's an assumption? And if you still don't believe me, Aishwarya, I want to challenge you. Whatever this that you want to do, for the next 5 days, take very, very small step towards that, and you'll realize that, okay, yeah, actually it didn't matter. Yeah, I mean, it happen, it's okay. And again, this is for everyone. And trust me, I've seen this day in and day out. Yes, Aragu, that every single time that we want to do something, we assume something in our minds, and somehow we just do not take that step. In fact, Pankaj, you won't believe, when I started writing this book, I always thought that who the hell would want to read my book? Alekya, when I wanted to get on the TEDx stage, I remember that TEDx stage, no, a very big stage. How can you get on that stage? You need credibility. You need to be an amazing speaker. You need to be industry leader. Nothing mattered.
True.
Trust me, Pankaj, you know how I got on the TEDx stage? I actually Googled, how can you get on the TEDx?
Good.
That's exactly what I should imagine. Okay, inside my head, I'm thinking, no, I should not do this. Maybe I'm not a good speaker. I'm not a good leader. I'm not. All of this was going in my mind, and all it took, Giri, was a simple Google search saying that how can I get on the TEDx stage? It took some time, Aishwarya. It took a year, but I was there. But imagine if I was sitting on that assumption that no, TEDx speaker has to be a business leader, a great expert, a credibility, influencer, this, that. Nothing of that would have happened. That one became two became three, and three became four. Before even I knew it. Assumptions, my dear friends, are the single biggest barriers that you can carry in your life. And the moment you realize and you want to drop that assumption, beautiful possibilities can happen.
Yes, Sagar. We we postpone or keep moving those small to big things based on some assumptions, even in our daily life. Yes, maybe if we can think about it, I think we can get out of those. Rightly said, Sagar.
Love that statement from Alago, by the way. Yes, go on, Priya.
Yeah, now we'll move on to the next one. That is your again common favorite topic. That is, what if you can say more about nothing, something, everything.
All right. Nothing, something, everything. See, I am a volunteer for that. I can't do this alone, no, Priya. Yeah. So I think I'm going to speak to Alago. If that's okay. Alago, is that okay with you? Yeah. Can you please unmute yourself? And again, while I'm asking Alagu, you guys are free to type in the chat box whatever you feel is the answer. And I call it the nothing, something, everything theory. Yes, Pankaj. One of the best I've written on- one of the best thoughts that I've ever come into my life, at least so far. But Alagu, let me ask you a question. What is nothing?
Nothing is absence of something.
Nothing is absence of something. Okay, beautifully. When nothing is there something there?
Yes, nothing is there.
Nothing is there, no? Nothing means nothing. Basically, not a thing. Is that right, Alagu?
You can say so.
All right. Then tell me, what is something?
Something is there.
Something is
You
there.
don't know. You don't know what it is.
Can you define something?
We cannot. It is vague.
So everything is something.
Everything
When I say,
is
okay, you,
something.
me,
Yeah.
the world, this pen, this book, this phone, everything is something. Yes or no?
Yes, definitely. Yes.
Agree with me on that, Alagu?
Yes.
Then what is everything?
Everything is something.
Everything is something? Okay. Try again. What do you think
Okay.
is everything?
Everything is what matters to you.
Okay. Can you agree, Alagu, everything is just everything is a collection of some things?
Yes.
Right? So everything means collection of every something that is there in the world. Would you agree when I say this, Alagu? Does that make
Yes.
sense? Slight sense? I know all of you are confused, confounded, like what nonsense is this? Nothing, something, everything. I'm coming to the point now. Don't worry. Give me
Yeah.
2
Yeah.
minutes, yeah.
Makes.
But let me go to the last question, Alagu. Can everything be everything if something from that is missing?
It cannot be, but this itself is very sub. Cannot be my everything, right?
I absolutely agree. But I'm
Yeah.
talking about the world, Alagu. I'm not
Okay.
even talking about your everything, my everything. Forget about your
Okay.
everything. I'm talking about the
Okay.
universe.
Okay. Done. Okay.
Would you agree that even if one something is missing, then everything is not complete?
Yes, it is not.
All of you will agree with me when I say this, that when every something is there inside everything, that is when everything is there. And I'm going to stop saying everything because Arusha is like, how many times will you say everything? I'm coming. But you know what, my dear friends? Why am I saying this very simple thing about nothing, something, and everything is that a lot of times, a lot of times, we feel that we are nothing. Pankaj, sometimes we feel that our contribution doesn't matter. Sometimes we feel that what is the point of doing all this? Yeah. And this is for everyone, Ajantika, Aram, Nagaraj. You must have come to at least one time a point in your life where you feel all of this is stupid and meaningless. And you would have felt that, why am I doing this? Why is this happening to me? I am tired of this nonsense. Yes or no? But today I want to say something to you, On the canvas of the universe, Argu, you may be but just a line or a stroke of a brush. But if you aren't there, that canvas stays incomplete. And after you're gone, long gone, Alagu, and again, all of us have to go someday. Aishwarya, after you're long gone, maybe that stroke will be painted over by someone else. But as long as you're there, you add meaning to it. See, Arvind, I know all of us are sitting and thinking that we want to create something magical in our life and we have to do something great and all that. Well, I don't believe that. I genuinely do not. Now, again, no offense to anyone. If you have big dreams, good for you. I'm very happy for you. But I didn't to do magical, great, amazing things. And no, I do not think so. But I do know one thing that you may not become the richest person or the smartest person, the most powerful person in the world. And I'm not here to say that every opinion that you give will matter and will always be heard. But I can assure you one thing: as long as you're here, as long as you're on the line on that canvas of the world, or even just one small dot, Aishwarya, you matter. And you must try to play that role to perfection, because if you don't consider yourself important, the whole of this creation loses its value. And any creation, however small or big, is meant to be something. Alagu, nothing is ever a waste. Yes, Priya? Nothing. And I repeat, absolutely nothing is ever a waste. Even a marshland can hold a lotus. Even the cowardly can show courage in times of despair. Even the infidel believes in himself. Even the most desperate people in the world cling to hope. And it is through this hope that they eventually, after a long, hard struggle, build their legacy. That they do justice to their potential and contribute something to the lives of others too, making the pain worth it. And today, my dear friends, if you don't take anything else from this session today, I want to say one thing: that you matter in ways that you can't imagine, in ways that you can't understand, in ways that you can't contemplate, but you absolutely matter.
Yes, definitely, Sagar. At times, anybody in their life would have felt like nothing, but today we are something. Tomorrow, we strive to be everything. We reach there or not, we strive to be. Wonderfully put forward.
Very
Simple
profound.
3 words, and that becomes a big philosophy. Thank you, Sagar. And yes, moving on to the next question that is on your now the next concept that is something related to this also. You say time management is a farce. Why is that?
I absolutely believe that time management is a farce. Again, no offense, all of us are trainers here. At least once in your life, you would have taken a time management session. Okay, don't come and kill me. They go, what nonsense? Yeah, how can you? I have taken so many sessions on time management. Are you saying time management? Well, if you actually look at it, Pankaj, time management is a farce. Why am I saying this? I know most of you are married here. I'm assuming, again, I'm sorry if I'm assuming, but most of you are married here. Yeah. So, Krishnaswamy, I'm going to give a very simple analogy. Yeah. I'm sure that all of you have worked in corporate somewhere before, you've worked under someone, all of you have done that in your life, yes or no? Yeah. So whenever you've done that, right? Imagine Pankaj at Friday evening, 8 o'clock, you're about to leave office. That's when your boss gives you like, Pankaj, yaar, ye khatam karke chale ja. Finish this thing and go. No? Immediately you're like, boss, what time? I have to go. So important. You don't understand. All of these reasons will start coming inside your head. All of you understand, agree with me. And if it's something that you didn't want to do, you absolutely will make any excuse to get out of it. That's the fact of life. And again, it just doesn't apply to any corporate, but anything that you don't want to do. Simple point. Some of you are here, some of you are not here. Whoever is not here, you didn't want to do it. You would find any excuse. Oh, you know what? Today, no, stomach is aching a little bit. Tomorrow, no, you don't want to go to the gym. Your legs will automatically start aching when you wake up in the morning. Yeah, you don't want to eat. You don't want to eat healthy. You're like, no, today I want to eat something sweet. Yeah, once in a while it's okay. Yeah, see, these are excuses that you will absolutely give yourself. And the same thing is with time management also, is that if you really want to do something, you will end up doing it. The same thing, right? At 8 o'clock, your boss gives you work you don't want to do, you will find excuses not to do it. Yeah. At 10 o'clock, call you. I want your help. I need you to be here. Like, listen, I need you to take me out today for a nice dinner. Otherwise, things will not be good. What will you do? You'll automatically turn to your wife and say, wherever you want to go. To that friend, you'll listen, today seems difficult. No problem. I know you'll fish. I have full faith in you. You'll script it out. And you'll cut the phone and you'll take care of your wife because she is your priority. Again, this is wife or husband. either. Please, not being sexist here. Anything matters, right? Pray even for your husband when you want to do something for him. You will do it because you know that it's a priority. You'll do it. So then tell me, when you wanted to do a work, you avoided it. When you really want to do something, you did it. When you wanted to avoid your friend, you did it. Everywhere, you're making a very simple choice on what your priority is. As a training model, you will do it. You can keep saying perfection, 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 but that perfection is not the reason. The reason is you might not want to do it. Again, sorry, Aishwarya, if I touched something a little difficult, but that's the fact. Okay. Sometimes when you want to do something, no, you'll jump around, you'll go out upside down also to do it. But sometimes in your mind, when you just feel like, what will happen after this? Okay, it's okay. I think perfection is very important for me, so I won't do it. Again, if you know, I'm just trying to take an example here when I'm talking to you and I'm saying this. Sangeeta, if you really want to do something, you'll find a way to do it. And that's why I always say that time management is a farce. I want to be here at 6:30, I'm here at 6:30. I had other things to take care of. I had work, but I know that I have committed myself to be here. I'm here. Then there are no questions asked. Okay, no. So this work had to be done. That fellow called me. This fellow called me. You want to be somewhere, you'll be somewhere. You want to do something, you'll do something. You can give reasons called time management. I'm not able to manage. I don't have time. That is still reasons that you want to give yourself. Please continue to do that. I sincerely hope that one day you realize that time management is a big part.
I don't know how to take this side. When we are, consuming a lot of ideas, so many techniques, that is not for time management. Now you're talking.
I'm going to make this simple. I just want to say three lines. Okay, I'm sorry for interrupting you, Priya. Right? I'm going to give you three powerful lines for everyone. Just listen to these three powerful lines, okay? If you really want to do something, just listen to these three lines. Change your I want that to I have this. Change your I wish I were there to I'm happy I am here. Change your I will do it then to I can do it now. In these three lines will solve all of your problems that you keep giving us. This is the reason.
Can you repeat, please?
Sure, Sangeeta. Change your I want that to I have this. Change your I wish I were there to I'm happy I am here. Change your I will do it then to I can do it now. And of course, these are lines from my own book, just saying it out. Yeah. Priya, sorry for interrupting once again.
Thank you very much, Sagar. Yes. Now coming to the last question, Sagar. Now there is one point where you say you're not your past, but your circumstances and your self-defeating beliefs. Like similarly, what you've been talking now. If you can go a little more on this.
So this is again related to the whole concept that I've been talking from the start, right from the assumptions to the reasons that we give to this point. They're simple that a lot of times we believe what is happening to us is what's stopping us from doing what we want to do. Or what has happened to us in the past is what is stopping us from doing what we want to do. Or the fact that, we are just not good enough is stopping us from doing what we want to do. But if you actually look at it, these are just very simple reasons, Nagaraj, that you're giving yourself because you feel that you just don't want to do it. See, there are two, I strongly believe, and I've seen this so many times, Alagos, that there are two reasons that people don't do and don't act. Okay, Aishwarya, Alekhya, think about this. There are only two reasons that people don't act. First is the fear of failure. They are scared of what will happen if they fail and they don't want to fail. All of that, this is the biggest reason that we found, is the fear of failure. But the second one is more interesting, Giri. The second one is the fear of the unknown. What will happen after I do this? Will I be able to do this? Or point of the or what will I experience after I finish doing this? It's like more terrible because fear of failure is simple, right? You hit yourself and say, okay, just do it, you do it. But the fear of the unknown, Pankaj, it hits you. You don't even realize it's there, and it's there. And it's very difficult to understand also because this fear of the unknown can come because of all of these reasons, that is your past, your circumstance, your self-defeating beliefs. And the only way to be able to do that, to separate yourself, Ajantika, is to say that, okay, I am not that. What you are today can be a result of what happened in the past, but you're still not that. What you're at this moment is exclusive of your circumstances. You're still outside of it. If you actually look at it, the you are is that you constantly believe that there's something that you want to do, but you don't have it. You don't have the courage, the patience. You don't have, but again, these are just very simple excuses. In fact, I know we are also suffering from a very profound disease called excusitis. Like I said earlier, no, that when we want to do something, we always find excuses not to do it, and just that's pretty much it. We just feel I can't do it. I just can't do it, and I can't do it. And that's because of these three things. Yes, Priya, is that you believe that you're your past, you believe that you're your circumstances, and you believe that you are your self-defeating beliefs. And I do understand that you say, all this is good in theory, but it's very difficult to actually think about it, separate yourself. So this is where self-introspection works. Like I said, that you're seeing an elephant, you're touching your past and saying, okay, I'm my past. You're touching your circumstances, you're seeing your circumstances. You're touching your self-defeating beliefs and you're saying, I am my self-defeating beliefs. But actually, these are just a part of who you are. When you take a step back, you'll see that your life is so much more than this. Yes, Priya? And I think that's the problem, is that because we get stuck in believing these things to be true, believing these assumptions to be true, we constantly stop ourselves. And I'm once again asking all of this to you, right? I say that you thought about a decision that you wanted to make, you think about this. And if you're not doing it so far, and if you postpone something for so long now, it may be because of either of these three things. And I know that you might now ask, Sagar, okay, you're saying all of this, but then how do I get out of it? What do I do to maybe change that? Well, I want to take this moment to talk about a beautiful, beautiful workshop that me and my co-creator Ritika have created, where we've taken an effort to help people come out of these conditionings, these assumptions, these beliefs, and all of these that we carry every single day in our life. The workshop is actually called Being You. And we run a webinar for that is called Discovering You. This is one thing that we carry, we do. We are actually, I'm after this meeting gets over, I'm jumping to that at 8 o'clock. And we're having one more webinar on this Saturday. If you really liked what I said, if you were able to maybe relate to what I talked about in terms of assumptions, in terms of your circumstances, your past, and your self-defeating beliefs, and if you believe that you want to maybe see what's more possible for you and use self-introspection to come out of this, I would highly recommend to take a chance on yourself, take a little bit of chance on me also, and see what magical things can come out of it. Yes, you can always, you can scan the QR code if you want. Just open the website. You will see a registration link. Register yourself. I know Oliver has been a part of it earlier, and I appreciated that when she was there. I hope that you found value in what we did on that day, Oliver. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually I was waiting for you to complete. I was there and it was wonderful.
Thank you so much for saying that. It means a lot, Alagu, that you were. And when I got to know that you're going to be here, I was very happy. Again, Pankaj, very small world. I don't know how. Through a LinkedIn connect. I know Giri because he's also been a part of IIT. Krishnaswamy, yes. But it's just, maybe it's a very small world and
Small world.
I'm somewhere there. So if you guys want to jump in, come there. I would be happy to have you, host you. And I hope that you take something away from that as well. And I want to once again, before anything, I want to thank all of you for being here today. And I hope that you found something a little bit. And of course, please feel free, if you want to learn more about whatever I've talked about, feel free to read my book. And I think I'm going to leave out 3 copies for all of you to win. Is that right, Pankaj? That we're going to circulate 3 copies so that you guys can pick it up. I'm going to personally sign it, by the way. And I'm going to make sure that all of you get it. Whoever is able to get that hand on your book. And please feel free to drop me a message if you and when you read that book. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sagar. You have brought that expertise of your self-introspection here to everybody. I'm sure everybody would have had that taste of that expertise of yours by now.
If anyone
Thank
has a
you.
question,
Thank
I'll be
you.
happy to take it if you have time, just saying it out loud.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So thanks, Priya, for taking up the panel discussion, and thanks, Sagarji, for
I have,
answering so well.
Pankaj, I have a small surprise,
Yeah,
maybe at
please.
the end, if you.
Oh, great. Sure.
Yeah,
So,
fine.
I mean, I just want that what I've learned is that nothing, something, and everything. That is what my takeaway is there today. And I just want to share one thing. See, if the term or the word simple and clarity has to be given a live synonym, that is going to be Sagar Makwana now. Simple, wherever I see now word simple or clarity, it is you. That is where you made things so simple and so clear, Sagar. And yes, and everything is being seen on your face. So that is what is my takeaway today. And I don't have much to ask, but yes, I open this forum for people to ask. There could be two questions, okay? So two people can unmute yourself and ask any of your complicated questions to make it simple. Let's see if you have anything which is complicated at your end, but I'm sure that Sagar is going to make it simple for us. So please feel free to ask quick question and then we move forward. Also, I have shared his LinkedIn profile on the chat box. Please feel free to connect with him. And I have already sent my request to you, Sagarji. Okay. So I look forward to be part of this Leaders Connect as well as wherever possible, we can collaborate and take things forward. So thank you so much for being there. So anyone there who would like to ask question, please raise your hand or unmute yourself and ask the quick question, please. If not, then Giri
Yes,
sir.
yes. Thank you. Thank you, Pankaj sir, and thank you, Priya. Always, Priya is very emotional to ask anything, and with laughing also she has improved. And Sagar always a laughing Buddha. I can see him the confidence. Yes,
Today,
Great.
I'm
and
much more excited. It came as a very big surprise for me.
But I think, Pankaj, Priya scared people. She said, no, whenever we ask questions to Sagar, he asks 10 questions to us. So like, now we are not going to ask questions. Aishwarya also, she asked the question, Pao, I'm so sorry, Aishwarya, we became that person for me today.
No problem, no problem, sir. Even I'm enjoying the thing.
So Aishwarya, any question? Releke Puja, Alagu madam, any question? Please feel free to ask. If
Pankaj sir,
not,
I don't.
just I have not finished my.
oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Giri sir. I'm sorry. You being there, I'm inviting anybody. Sorry. You please
Yeah,
continue.
I was in driving actually today, but anyway, the three words it's reflecting me is nothing, nothing, something, and everything. So I compare our life starts with nothing, and we are moving to something, and we have everything. Again, it's reversing the vice versa. When we have everything, then we feel that we have only something, and then finally we will have nothing.
Good one.
So this is my connect. I am thinking of rethinking of how it has started. Nothing, something, everything, and then everything, something, nothing. Our life will finish. So you can give some brief about that. It will be helpful for us. Thank you, Sagar.
Thank you so much, Giri. Thank you.
Can you please tell something more than us? I have experienced these words. I am
Mm-hmm.
asking you
What do you want to ask me, Giri?
anything more on that. Any value added?
What I gave today is enough.
It's everything. What he gave, but something what he gave today is everything for today.
I don't
Okay.
want to confuse now. Now, if I say more, they'll be like, gonna stop at this. But I loved what you said, right? At the end, we are always going towards nothing.
Right.
And we will be, like I said earlier, also, we will be, marked over. But then that doesn't mean that as long as we're here, we don't matter. We matter in a lot of ways. So thank you so much for reiterating that in some way or the other. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Right. So do we have any other question?
I just wanted
One of
to add on to
the
this.
Yes.
Yeah, Giri, you have Giri sir, please. Yeah.
Just one word. When Rajinikanth said that he will be liking the cutout of some height, before that, after the cutout of Rajini is very height when he is traveling, but he is not more happy on that. But imagination, he was very happy. After achieving the, some people are praising him and having that height of cutout, he was not happy. When the realistic it's happening. Are you able to capture my words?
Yeah.
Yes, Giri sir.
Yes.
We usually have eagerness in getting something. If you got that, now you won't feel so much of
Correct.
happy.
Yes.
True.
Alok, you were
Yes,
saying.
Sagar ma'am, you can carry on. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Giri sir. No, I just wanted to add on to what you said. Very highly profound statement that was nothing, something, and everything. And what Giri sir said was even more profound. It was awesome, Giri sir. So very true that we are part of something, and we are indispensable in the world. With like it's like you're the ocean, or like you say, drop of the ocean, or you're the ocean itself. So it's like if it will go beyond if we speak more on that. That was awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Lagu. So we have Mr. Aram Rajkumar. You can unmute yourself and ask your question, please. That's the last question for today, and we'll move forward.
No questions from my side, but I just want to. Sahir, thank you so much. Nice to know you. And three profound things: dropping assumptions, and I'm one of the person who believe that time management is first. Including that, I'm just meeting the first person who also says that not only my time management, money management too. It's only the priority. If it is priority, we have money and time. If it is not priority, we don't have money and time. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, Sahir.
Time, money, stress, anger, there is no management. There is only energy management. As simple as
Great.
that.
Good.
Thank you so much for that. And nice to meet you. And thank you for the Leaders Connect also for giving me this opportunity. And another, as everyone said, nothing, something, and everything. I will explore more on that. Thank you so much.
So that's the learning for everyone today.
Yes.
Okay, so I believe it's 7:20 now. I would like to invite Dr. Ishwarya for the vote of thanks, please. Can we have Dr. Ishwarya?
Priya had a surprise, no?
Yeah, it's there.
Where?
Oh, it's in the chat box, is it?
Yeah.
The chat box, huh?
You all got it?
Oh, that's the book signed by him and the photograph.
Yeah.
Oh,
When was
yeah,
it?
Megan Bottoms. Thank you so much for this reminder, Priya. I'm going to save this photo. I don't know if I have it, but I'm still going to save it. Thank you so much for this. I love it.
Good one.
Thank you,
Amazing,
Priya.
amazing. Hi all, good evening. This is me, Dr. Aishwarya, a corporate trainer and 360-degree assessment specialist. Getting to know about the book Be You Know for redefining the approach to life adds value to our leadership community. First, let me quickly share once again the purpose of thriving leadership community. Leaders Connect 360 Foundation is a non-profit organization aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Goals, SDG. We are a hybrid model leadership community bringing together leaders every Wednesday from 6:30 to 7:15 p.m., where experts in their fields provide solutions to real-time leadership challenges, just like the valuable insights we guest author Sagar Makwana. Every last month, we take a deep dive by inviting authors to share the insights from their books, helping us grow as leaders and lifelong learners. I extend my deepest gratitude to our esteemed guest author, Mr. Sagar, self-introduction expert for his thoughts and provoking in with our one panel discussion leader, dynamic moderator, Mr. Pankaj, for leading a valuable discussion today. And now, as a small token of our appreciation, we present a special thank you note video to express our gratitude. See you.